Afternoon, good morning, Facebook, good evening, Facebook, wherever you are around the world. This is Ask Angelika episode, if I can get that on the screen, that is. This is Ask Angelika episode 34 with Angelika and Stephen. Hallo Angelika, wie geht's?
Hallo Steven, mir geht's gut. Und dir?
Mir auch.
Oh,
And
perfect. This is the right cue for today's topic. Because in English, it's easy. If I said, I'm cold, you can say, oh, me too. If I said, I like that book, you could say, me too. Or if I said, I thought of a third sentence just now.
Okay.
That would make a nice present for me, and you would say, "Oh, for me too." It's easy. It's always me too. In German, it can be ich auch, mir auch, or mich auch. And as you know, when we have been doing Ask Angelika before, and I said to you, mir geht's gut und dir auch, for a second you then sit there, Ich auch. No, it's not the right one. Mich auch. And you're not the only one. A lot of my students, I have noticed this, that one student says something and the other one wants to agree with it. And then they think, oh, which one was it again? Ich auch, mich auch, mir auch. By then they've basically forgotten what exactly the other person said and often get the wrong one. So I've written a blog post about it this week, and I thought we may go over it a bit more in detail as well. And then I'm going to test you to see whether it actually works. So it's no translation work this time. It's giving short answers, 2-word answers. But before we do that, I thought we'd just go and have a look at some sample sentences, which you should have.
Indeed, I do. And the first sentence is... now, what happens here is that we have the sentence in German, the sentence in English, and I've got to do two things, read it and translate it. And Angelika corrects my pronunciation and helps me with the translation. If you want to...
slightly different.
Well, yeah, it will change part way through. But our first sentence today is phrase 1, which is Ich bin zu Hause und ich auch is the reply. So Ich bin zu Hause is I'm at home, and Ich auch, as we know, is me too. Is that?
Yeah, it is. Well, they're all me too. That's the difficult bit. But I sort of, yes, you just had on there, I'm at home, me too, or I also. That makes it a little bit easier to recognize. Yeah, because you could have just said, I am also at home. Because the ich here is the, for those grammar nerds, I mentioned the cases, it's the nominative case, because the ich here is the subject of the sentence. So, ich bin zu Hause, ich is the subject. And even when you're saying me too, or the ich auch, I know it's a very short sentence, but the ich is still the subject of the sentence. And that's so when you agree with something that I do, I like, I want, or whatever else, and I said I something which makes me the subject, then your answer would be ich auch.
Ich auch. This is Ask Angelika, episode 24 with Angelika and Stephen, and the topic of the day is Ich auch, me too. Right, phrase number 2 then, and this is in 2 parts. First is the statement Es geht mir gut and mir auch.
Yeah.
Right, Es geht mir gut is I'm fine, I'm good. Or literally, well, we've put a literal, I'll do that afterwards. And then mir auch is me too.
Yeah.
Now, can you explain why it's mir auch and not ich auch?
Right. Well, first of all, we need to explain the Es geht mir gut. Because that's why I've put it in the translation, the literally as well. Because although Es geht mir gut means I'm fine or I'm well, literally translated, it would mean it goes well to me. And the to me is the key word here, because in German we use this, and going back to the cases now, in the dative case, because the mir is the indirect object. We do not, we have this a little bit in English with the how are you? I'm well. But nowadays it doesn't quite work anymore, because if people said I'm good, then the reply might have been, you mean you're a good boy or you're a good girl, whereas I'm well means I'm feeling well, things are well for me. Unfortunately, the I'm good has now sneaked into the English, so I can't do the comparison so much anymore. But in German it is still there. Es geht mir gut is I'm well. Ich bin gut would have been I'm good.
Okay.
Or I'm a good girl.
So it goes. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
No, if it goes good with me, it's I am well.
It's I'm well. So es geht mir gut, and the key word there is the mir. Earlier on we said ich, and then you replied with Ich auch. Now in reading, that's nice and easy to recognize. In listening, if you're not too sure, if you've forgotten half of the sentence already and you start panicking, you may not remember. Did the other person say ich, or did they say mir? It also goes with any prepositions. So any dative prepositions like mit, von, zu, mit mir or von mir or zu mir. And if you wanted then to agree with that, you would need to add the preposition as well. So that would have been, mit mir auch, or von mir auch, or zu mir auch, or whatever the phrase may be.
Excellent. And because this is a live show, we can say hello to, or hello, Giovanna.
She can agree with everything I say. She doesn't need to learn German.
No, indeed. Right, okay, so that was, I was going to count back to where we were, and we're now on to phrase 3. And phrase 3 is mag mich and mich auch. And mag mich is he likes me, and as we know, mich auch is me too.
Yeah.
So the mich, what you're actually doing is picking up on mich. Yeah.
Exactly. Mag mich. There you've got the mich already. So it's mich auch. That could probably be the start of an argument, but we'll ignore that bit for a moment here. So he likes me. The me here is the object, the direct object. And for those interested in grammar, that makes that the accusative case. So he likes me, as we wouldn't say in English, he likes I. So it's not mag ich, it's mag mich. And therefore, if somebody wanted to agree, he likes me too, then that makes that still the object. So therefore, it would be mich auch and not ich auch. And just the same as with the dative prepositions, if you're using an accusative preposition, you would need to put that into the answer as well. And those were the sample sentences. Now it's your turn.
Oh, dear.
They're easy.
Right. Okay. Now. Right. Okay. Phrase 4 then. And from now on, alles, wir sagen alles Deutsch. Was that right or not?
Wir sagen alles auf Deutsch, yeah.
Alles auf Deutsch. Right. Phrase 4 then is Ich sehe gern Casualty.
Yeah. So if I said, I like watching Casualty, ich sehe gern Casualty, and you agree. By the way, you're agreeing with everything I'm saying now. You do know that, don't you? Because each time you need to say me too, whether you actually agree or not. For the exercise purposes, you're going to say me too.
Samstag essen wir Pizza und Fernsehen. Okay, so I'm going to set my reply. Sorry.
Go on. What is your reply now?
My reply to that is Ich auch, because
absolutely
I've picked up on the ich.
It does make it easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it is again, I like watching Casualty. I'm the subject of the sentence, and you're saying, I also, me too.
Me too. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. And the next one is phrase 5. Hat mich nicht gesehen. Right.
Slightly tricky now. So
Okay.
what is this sentence in English?
He hasn't seen me.
He hasn't seen me. So of course now you don't want to reply with me too.
No, because what you do is you pick up on, I wish I could point at the screen here because it would help. Because you pick up on the mich and you say mich auch nicht.
Exactly, because he hasn't seen me either.
Which is literally me also not.
Exactly. So mich auch, but in this case we have the nicht in there as well.
Very good. Okay, and the next one, phrase 6. Mir ist heiß.
Mir ist heiß.
Heiß. Yeah. My name is.
No.
No, mir ist heiß.
Mir
Sorry,
ist
could you translate? Read the translator. Help, Angelika.
Now earlier on when I said I'm well, I said if you don't have the mir in there, if you said ich bin, then that would have been I am a good girl. I'm good as in I'm a good girl. Now mir ist heiß again. Actually, English, we were just saying I'm hot. Or I am feeling hot. Now, I do not want to say in German, I am hot. I want to say it is really hot in here. I need to open the window in a minute. So if it's hot in your office as well, and you are feeling hot.
I would say, picking up on the mir, mir auch.
Exactly. Mir auch.
Right, okay.
And after all the snow we had, and now we're having these hot temperatures, it's very easy to say, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We're basking in temperatures we've not seen the like of for a month.
Absolutely.
Right, and phrase 7. Ich fahre gerne nach Deutschland. So I'm driving to Deutschland.
I like driving to Germany.
I like driving to Deutschland.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like driving to Germany. We both did it then. I like driving to Germany. And again, picking up on the fact that it's ich fahre gerne, the response is ich auch.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I is the subject. I'm the one who likes driving there or going there. And you agree with me because you also like to go to Germany.
And that's me too. And we say hello to Mr. John Upton. Welcome, John. Right, okay, now just to bring you up to speed, we'll do a quick recap. This is Ask Angelika, episode 34, with Angelika and Stephen. And today's topic is Ich Auch, in other words, how to say me too. And that's not always easy, is it? Right, okay, back to where we were. We've done that bit. So, okay, and you said I've got to agree with everything that you've written. So I will. I'll be good. Phrase 8. Die deutsche Sprache gefällt mir. Now I'm going to translate that in the German language. I love the German language.
That's how we would translate it exactly. In English is I like the German language. This, if you were to translate this sentence literally, you're coming up with this wonderful sentence, the German language is pleasing to me. Now, in English, we wouldn't say that. That sounds a bit, I can't even say it sounds posh. It just sounds weird, doesn't it?
Weird,
whereas in German, that's a very common phrase. We do use gefällt mir quite often.
Schokolade gefällt mir.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if you wanted to agree with it, although in English you just said, I like the German language.
Yeah.
Then the me too sounds like ich auch, but is it?
No, because the phrase that we're looking at contains the word mir. So the correct response to say me too correctly is mir auch. Exactly.
And of course you agree with that anyway.
I do. Yeah. You said before the show that never mind. Right, okay. Let's go on to phrase 9. I just read it. Die Ask Angelika videos sind gut für mich, which translated is, and if you want to translate it first and type the answer in, you can. I'll give you a few seconds. I love the Ask Angelika videos. They're good for me. I know they're good for me.
Exactly. So I thought I'd put a preposition in there. The Ask Angelika videos are good for me. So in English, your reply would be, for me too.
For me too. But in German, the reply would be, for mich auch, because we're picking up on the mich that was actually part of the original sentence.
Yeah, exactly. And as we've got the preposition, you do need to put that in, just like you would have done in English as well, because you would have said for me too. You wouldn't have just said me too.
Indeed. And we've got a bit of Anglo-German humour here from Mr. Upton. I thought Mir was a space station. Okay. Right, okay.
Well, if I were to agree with him, I would have said me too, but I don't.
Right, phrase 10 then. Ich freue mich, dass ich heute hier bin. It pleases me that I'm here today. Well, it does, yes. I mean, we always enjoy doing Ask Angelika.
Well, so it's easy for you to agree with me.
Well, it is, yeah. Yeah. And again, we've got mich and ich now. This is the strange one, isn't it? This is a strange one. And I would, if I didn't know the answer, which is on the next slide below me, I would get this totally wrong. Because you've got in there, you've got ich, you've got, hang on.
Yes, exactly.
You've got ich and mich. Ich und mich in one sentence. So, in the reply, if you've got both of them together, in the reply you've got to give them both. It's reflexive.
It is. This is something I've actually forgotten to add in the blog post. Here the mich is not the accusative or the direct object. It is actually a reflexive verb. To be happy about something is sich freuen. So therefore it would be ich freue mich. So you're still picking up, absolutely, you're still picking up on both of those. You could possibly saying ich auch, but ich mich auch is even better. Ich freue mich, dass die Sonne scheint. Oh, actually, it doesn't. Ich auch, or ich mich auch. So here you could also just use ich auch. But the mich here is not the accusative. It's a reflexive verb.
Es regnet.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right, phrase 11, and just to remind you what you're watching, I'm going to bring the two photographs up. This is Ask Angelika, episode 34, and if you need help with German learning, Ask Angelika. Right, so phrase 11 is Ich kämme mir die Haare, which means that I might get this totally wrong. I'm combing my hair.
Ich kämme mir die Haare. I'm combing my hair. And again, it is a reflexive verb because you could say ich kämme die Haare, but ich kämme die Haare actually could mean I'm combing anybody's hair. I could take my little soft toy here and go and comb its hair. But ich kämme mir die Haare is my own hair. So if we're both in the bathroom and I say ich kämme mir die Haare and you want to say that you're doing the same,
then I've got to do, you used mir, so I've got to use mir, and it's reflexive, so it's ich mir auch.
Exactly.
Wow.
I think that was the last one, wasn't it?
It is the last one.
It is.
So
a lot of it is actually a lot easier. I think most of the times German learners, they just panic. They know it's going to be one of the three, the Ich auch or mich auch or mir auch nicht or whatever it is. But they may not remember in their panic what did the other person say exactly. They may remember the keywords, but not whether they said ich, mich or mir. And that's where they then get it wrong, when actually it is really quite easy.
I seem to have got the hang of it during the course of this 20 minutes.
There you are.
There you are. Achievement.
Right, if I now say das freut mich.
Mich Auch.
Perfect.
Thank you. I didn't know there'd be a test at the end of this. That's not fair. Right, this has been Ask Angelika, episode 34. The topic today has been Ich Auch, and it's over to Angelika for, well, because it's Angelika's show. All yours.
I don't even know what to say now. No, I'm really pleased that was good to just see this in the show again, all those sentences. And so next time when I'm asking you, wie geht es dir? Or when you asking me, wie geht es dir? And I saying, gut, danke und dir, you will know how to reply. And everybody else, hopefully, as well.
Indeed. And in actual fact, I'm just going to go somewhere. We've got a minute or two. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go and share my screen and come back in a minute. And I'm waiting for that to come through. Okay, and I'm going to put it full screen. And as Angelika said, you can go to Angelika's German tuition and translation, and you can join in and read the blog, which will include this video, and it will be available. When will it be available? What do we have to do? I download it, send it to you, and then you put it in the blog. That's it, isn't it?
I put it onto YouTube, and once it's there, I put it on the blog as well. Right.
So check out the website as well. We'll put a link in afterwards, and we say hello to Tish.
Hello.
And Tish says hello to John. So there we have it. The team's here. Right.
So just as a final thing about this Ich auch, mir auch, and mich auch, somebody commented yesterday and said this whole thing is like a minefield. And I said, well, it isn't a minefield. It's more like some Legos which are lying on the floor and you're treading on them, which is nowhere near as bad as a minefield. It is an ouch effect, but I think I'm hoping that people realize that it actually is a lot easier than people think when they come across it the first time. And if we've achieved that, then we've done really well.
I think we may have. Well, it certainly worked for me. As the show worked as well, because John and Tish are talking. John, Tish, thanks for joining us. To everybody who watches the replay, thank you. And this has been Ask Angelika, episode 34, with Angelika and Stephen. And Angelika, are you going to wind the show up?
Yeah. All I can say now is have a good weekend. I hope to see you all again in 2 weeks' time when I will think of some new torture methods to get Stephen to translate some German things. If you can think of anything interesting, let me know. I haven't thought of anything yet. So that's it really. And tschüss von mir.
Und tschüss von mir. I got that right too. Wow.
Yeah.
Bye everybody. And Tish is going to watch the replay. Brilliant, Tish. The topic today was Ich Auch, and I'm going to try and get it on screen. And we'll see you all again in 2 weeks' time, although I will see you at 1 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.